So here's the thing. Sometimes you might find that you have an addiction. And when I say addiction, I'm not talking about drugs and alcohol, cigarettes, whatever, computer games. I'm talking about things that are less noticeable. Well, maybe the obvious one is the phone, is that you can't sit still for 5 minutes without looking at your phone unless you're busy talking to someone or eating or doing something. And what I mean is the addiction to having to do something and be occupied. And I find that sometimes there's not a lot that can occupy me because there's so much mush in my brain that I can't even at least enjoy doing something that requires any amount of attention. You know, probably the easiest thing to do in this situation is just do a bit of tidying, which is nice. If you feel like so brain dead that it's even a struggle to do some tidying, then it's an achievement to get it done, I think. But anyway, my point is that if you give yourself a moment to just stop and not do anything at all, whether it's 1 minute or one whole fucking day, you'll probably find that your imagination will ask you to go somewhere else and do something else, which is fine. But if you think about all the things that you want in your life, all the things that you dream about, all the things that you care about, all the things that make you sad, all the things that make you happy, all the things that you know would be better if you were in that place of strength in yourself, you might find, because you distract yourself from day after day, you don't give yourself the chance to become that, to become strong enough to live your own potential, to live. Sure, you honor yourself, but how much do you honor yourself, and how much do you focus on honoring yourself? Because picking up your phone just to look at a message or whatever it is that going to fulfill you? Maybe you're doing a rewarding job, and maybe you find that you can't get satisfaction if you don't just keep work. If you don't, maybe you want to be a workaholic or something. So I'm talking about being able to just do fucking nothing and be okay with it. And when the shit starts flying around in your head, whether it's something terrible or something that you really want to do, if it's something that really excites you and, like you want to do a painting or you want to start a business or whatever it is, fuck yeah, I suppose that's a good thing. But if you're sitting down and you're not finding that these kind of positive or inspiring thoughts come into your mind, you might find that you might listen closely and find that there's a lot of noise there. And if you give yourself a chance to look past all the things like, oh, I need to go over here now, oh, I need to do this now, oh, I want to do that now, because a lot of that comes like automatically. It just asks you, you just end up doing it, and you're like, oh yeah, I was going to sit down and be quiet for a while there, but I ended up doing the cooking for someone else, or whatever it is, or calling my friend on the phone. And so give yourself that time to sit and do fucking nothing. And you might feel anxiety, you might be freaked out if you sit long enough. Like if you could do it for a whole fucking day, or even an hour, and at the end of it feel like, holy shit, I'm never going to do that again. My mind is chaos. I need to keep myself distracted. That's just a sign that you've got a lot of noise that you need to get through, you know. You just got to keep listening to the noise. Just keep listening. It's just noise. It's not there to make you feel stressed out inside. You don't have to feel stressed out inside. You probably will feel stressed out inside, but listen to that stress inside and you realize it's just noise. And you sit with that noise and you go, okay, there's noise. And you just let it jump around. And you let it jump around inside your body. Just feel it. It's fucking noise. And then you can start to see past all the habits that you have and distractions that keep you from really moving forward in whatever it is you want to do, whether it's you want to achieve in sports, whether it is you want to be a good family person and be a better listener, or it doesn't matter what you want to do. If you give yourself a chance to just sit and move past all that noise that's in your head, or all the anxious feelings in your body, or numbness, maybe it's a feeling of numbness or depression or emptiness, you know, it doesn't matter what it is, or anger, it could be anything. Just allow those feelings to come up and just sit with them and honor them. And I'm telling you, you do that regularly, you're going to see some changes in your life. You might also discover a lot of shit that you buried inside yourself all your life. Well, you know, that's not bad news, because the truth is that shit is always there at you all the time, and it's weighing you down all the time. If it comes up, it didn't come from nowhere. It was always there in the first place. So just the fact that you see it and it freaks you out, you know, whether you realize that you're too judgmental a person, or maybe you have a bad memory of something in your childhood, or whatever it is, you realize that you have weaknesses, or that your emotions are not as stable as you thought they were, or, you know, you're starting to question yourself, doubt yourself. Well, that just means you're becoming more humble, and humility is really the pathway. That's the answer to becoming, to living a more fruitful life. You know, to be a freak, if you want, you know, to put it more simply, like it's cool to be a freak, because that just means you're more connected to your childlike nature. So I'm just saying, all the crap that comes into your mind, all the doubt, all the cloud, the grey cloud, the fog of negativity, the despair, the anxiousness, the restlessness, whatever it is, and no matter how massive it ever seems, like maybe you feel like you can't even enjoy anything. There are times when I can't enjoy food. There are times when I want to sing and play the guitar, and I just can't. Because there's something here nagging at me, something deep in my nervous system. It's because there's stuff there that I need to get through. And fucking hell, I tell you, when I give myself the chance, I get over things that have been at me for years. You know, because there are times, we all have times where we just don't feel great. Or where we're in a social situation or whatever, and we're not just fully enjoying it, or whatever it is. There are all these shitty times. And then when you sit down and you really face and find out what is going on in here, and just let anything come up, any thoughts or feelings come up, that's just a reminder to you of the shit that has been bothering you at the back of your mind for years, and it will continue to if you run off now and and distract yourself with something, like spark up a cigarette, or swig a bottle of whiskey, or just simply go to the gym and do a super hard workout just to get it out of your head. Whatever it is, like, it doesn't matter what you do. The best thing to do is give yourself some time, preferably every day, at least a few days a week, even if it's just 5 minutes, even if it's just 5 seconds. It's better than nothing. To just notice whatever's going on and accept it. You could have a flood of stuff. You might want to kill yourself because there's so much stuff that you've just ignored your whole life, and it comes crashing in and it breaks you down. You want to just collapse on the floor. You feel like you can't relate to anyone. It doesn't matter. Let it happen. Once you let it happen, you're going to get through it, and you're going to see new things coming. I can give you a demonstration right now, because right now, that's the reason I'm doing this video. And you could say this is a distraction, that I'm recording this right now, instead of just doing what I'm telling you, what I'm recommending. Well, I'm using this as an opportunity to also reflect to myself, and I think it's good to document it, so that because I'm at a stage which might be relatable to a certain kind of person, or a person who's in a certain situation. Maybe later I won't be at this stage and I won't be able to relate to this, so then I won't really remember what it was like. I don't know. But maybe this isn't useful to anyone, but at least I'm documenting it, and I'm getting some shit off my chest. And now I'm going to sit here for a while, and if anyone sees this, then maybe you'll learn something from this, or maybe you'll have a laugh by just watching me. Like, look at this freak, he's just sitting there staring into space. He looks like a fucking zombie. Or doesn't he have anything better to do with his time? Yeah, whatever you get out of it. But I'm just gonna sit here, and if some shit comes up, I'm gonna mention it. But mostly I'm just gonna sit here. So what I'm hearing is ringing in my ears, but that ringing is like, it's like lots and lots of thoughts and stress and energy and frequency, or whatever you want to call it, but it's just all kind of crashed together into noise, because there's so much of it. It just turns into noise, and it actually makes it a lot easier to digest when it becomes so noisy, because what I've learned is to turn massive noise into something more digestible, because I've accepted the massive noise. So the noise, I've come to a stage where the noise actually turns into this kind of frequency that I just hear ringing in my ear, and it's kind of soothing, actually, even though I feel like kind of pain or stress somewhere in me, or like fatigue or whatever it is, or doubt, or when I listen to that ringing kind of noise, it's like white noise. It's just sort of it's like there's some natural state in it, and you just listen to it and you let it tune in and become whatever it wants to become. Just reminded of something I was reflecting on earlier, is the basics of what really matters in life is to enjoy yourself, right? Or to have meaning in what you're doing. So like you could be fucking pissed off or depressed, you could be a goth, whatever, and that's fine, like if you get meaning out of it. But whatever it is, something that gives you some sort of feeling, and maybe if joy and excitement isn't getting you anywhere, maybe you have to go through the sort of dark phase and get meaning from that for a while before you can reach a state of joy and fun or whatever. But anyway, whatever gives you meaning at any moment, if you can connect with other people, that's great. If you can see that common thing between us all, look past all the crap in everyone else's heads and in your head that's between you, and if you can just see that beneath it all, we all just want to have meaning and joy. Then you're doing pretty all right. There's like not much else that's really necessary, because once you got that done, then everything else becomes a lot easier. And being responsible is something you do when it's necessary. But generally, if everyone's just living a meaningful, happy life, it's not like we need so much help from each other. It's not like we need so much done, because we'd all be a lot healthier and we wouldn't need as much stuff. We wouldn't need as much health care. We wouldn't need... I'm not sitting here saying we should all go back to the Dark Ages. I'm just simply saying priority is just looking out for number one at every moment. Just make sure that what you're doing is meaningful to you. And if it's not, then stop doing it. If it doesn't mean shit to you, then why are you doing it? Oh, because you're helping someone else? I know some of us are in very complicated situations, and I respect that. But I spent years trying to be there for others and not succeeding because I wasn't there for myself first. And I live every day knowing that there's people who I really care about who I can't help. And that's a shitty thing. to come to terms with. But that's part of life, unfortunately. But I think the sooner, and I already feel like I'm more of a help to other people because I'm already doing more for myself. I'm actually able to listen more and be there more and stress out more and worry less, no matter how shitty the situation is. The more you take care of yourself, the more you can handle a shitty situation and see the light at the end of the tunnel. And if we all did that, seriously, if we all did that, there's 1,000,001 problems I can think of that would barely matter anymore in this world. We wouldn't have to worry about getting the perfect house or the perfect job or having the right salary, the right place for our kids to go to school. Because if you're centered on yourself, you're going to be more powerful than all of these things to yourself and to your family, to your partner, to your parents, to your kids, whoever. If you're anchored just in yourself, money really is so, it's just not comparable. It really doesn't compare. The greatest security in the world is what you can do in yourself. And I can say at least I've achieved that mostly, because I can go anywhere in the world any day with any amount, just about any amount of money. I can go through pretty rough stuff, and I don't worry too much. Like I might have, sometimes I might, but I know that whenever I'm facing a difficult moment, that I can get through it, that I can learn from that moment, that the harder it is, the more I have to sit quietly and pay attention to what's going on. I'm not claiming that you can solve any problem or face any crisis and survive any disaster. But you can certainly do a hell of a lot for yourself and for those that you care about. That's the most important thing, is just to be able to just sit through all the noise. I feel like there's meaning in your life because you're not distracted by meaninglessness. And then you're there for yourself and others. And the rest is history. I mean that. Right now I'm maybe a little bit serious. My mood. Sometimes you gotta be to get back on track. Um, I was feeling all kinds of chaos in my head today, and just taking a bit of time out to sit with all the noisy crap in my head, and I feel a lot better already. I feel okay with not feeling okay as well, you know. Worries and beliefs and that you have habituated every day, they come up, they come crashing in, they take over before you know it, and they're running your life. You end up doing things according to these deeper impulses that you don't control. But once you sit down, and let it do its thing. Oh baby, oh yeah. It will make a world of fucking difference. Our primitive bodies perceive danger in many situations that we wouldn't have in the past, you know. Social situations, social survival, or existential worries when you have the time for your thoughts to wander, or questions of the greater society and inequality and the job markets and the instability of the financial system, or the climate and environment, species loss, whatever it is, maybe crime in your neighborhood, family members who just won't stop pissing you off. You can get through it just fine. Doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you think. And what's that? Do you think you're okay? Everybody's okay. But you first. What's going to happen next? Ooh, so much uncertainty in life. Or maybe it's certain it's all going to work out shit. Well, at least there's certainty to it. It's better to know that it's all going to work out shit than to live your life wondering, oh, what if I become a superstar? What if I become rich? Maybe it's better to just go, no. It's all going to go shit. I'm going to die a miserable death. At least you got some clarity. And you go, oh, okay. Oh well. Let's do something about it. I mean, with it. Okay. Well, maybe I could toss some fruit across the room to start with. Do a bit of juggling. Nope, I'm crippled. All my limbs are broken. I can't do that. Okay, well, I can imagine myself doing it. When you get it, when you get what I'm talking about, you might realize then you want some company with people who also get it. They're out there. They're out there. Harder in these times, but they're out there. You can find them online if you search. People to talk to. And if you're too off the wall, then talk to someone who can help you. If you got very little money, who gives a shit? You could be dead tomorrow anyway. You may as well just pay for it. Money is nothing compared to mental health anyway. You got your mental health, you don't need money. Believe me. If you always feel like you need money, then ask yourself just how secure you are in here and in here. You're a child of this earth. We are children of this earth. All of us. And we can make some interesting things happen. No matter how much time you've got left. So I'm sitting here now with the noise, and I'm not telling the noise to go away. There's something here that's telling me, oh, okay, you're done now. Go do something. No? I don't need to do anything right now. I can just sit here with the fucking noise in my head. And it's cool. And if I did this all day, every day for the rest of my life, you know what? Well, first of all, I'm not going to do that. No way I'm going to do that. But if I did, it could be a lot more interesting than it looks, because what you can experience in your mind by sitting still can be absolutely incredible. Because it doesn't matter if you're doing something with your body or not. It's what your mind is experiencing during that, is it not? Whether you're interacting with other people or doing something out in nature or out dancing, going to the bar, swim on the beach, whatever. You're experiencing it in your mind, in your soul, in your heart, whatever you want to call it. And if you take time to sit still, you can experience a whole lot more. And that can be overwhelming. That can be quite overwhelming. To start noticing how much sense you have, how much you can experience each moment, and how much you notice around you when you go back out into the world. So what? Just remember, you're taking care of you. And you'll get somewhere. Just give it time. See, this isn't any kind of special well-being course or anything. This isn't like, you don't have to do special exercises every day and keep at it with some routine. No, it's just take a few moments out. That's it. Just take some time out and just go, ugh, there's shit in my head. Okay, there's shit in my head, fine. That's it. And that makes every other thing that you want to do in your life better. You might not see immediate results, and then again you might. But if you don't, just trust me. Just take some time out. That's it. If you take some time and you're like, this is shit. Okay, and then you go, well, why is it shit? Why is this shit right now? I don't know why it's shit, it's just shit. Or maybe, yeah, you'll have some answer in your head. You'll go, oh, well, because I'm impatient. Oh, fuck. Now I know I'm an impatient person. Oh, it's so shit. I'm such an impatient person. God, I'm so shitty. That's fine. You're an impatient person right now. Or at least you think you are. Sit with that and go, okay, I've just discovered something. Nay, or maybe I haven't. Maybe I'm just full of shit. Or at least I've discovered that I'm full of shit. Move on to the next thing. Did you see the fly? There's a fly. I think it bites. It's a mosquito. Get a life, will you? Go on, get a life. Fuck off. Whoops. Go on. Do something with yourself. Thanks for watching. Fade out.